to bring down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
It's caught. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Back to throw, it's Floyd. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the pull.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense has the ball for the first time. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
To the air, it's Floyd. Fires to the big fella. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Up-tempo for the offense. Handoff to the single back. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his tight end. A real mark of experience from this junior. He knew a hit was coming, and he kept those eyes downfield.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Morris. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and
running toward the tape. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. At the 35, he's open. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Still running at the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Second down after that incompletion. Trying the left side. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast. Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to pass, it's Morris. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Can anyone catch him? And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Touchdown, Texas! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more score. Looking for a huge play. Ball in the air, intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's got the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. He wants to throw. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He was thinking big return. Didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Going with the ground game left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in the backfield.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working the middle, it's complete. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
To throw, it's Morris. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Texas offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Dropping back, it's Morris. The throw. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
On second down, he'll fire. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back to the ground game on the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense. They're churning out positive yardage early.
The give. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. On the run, it's Stevens. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Now they'll run it to the right here. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. He now has 56 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Monday.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after. Game. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. The lone back's got it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They'll line up for a second down play. Power football with the run. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Floyd. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rebels! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exit. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He's looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through.
That's a really good job. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the move. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Running to the left. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm.
And it's one thing to get stopped on 3rd and short, but it's another thing to go out of bounds. I mean, you got to know better as a running back. Like, the clock is my friend. I want to make sure that I stay in bounds. Nice job by the defense. They did their job, but I got to know better. Stick my foot in the ground, get physical, and keep that clock ticking.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Using the quick game. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry-up. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. Looking downfield, it's Morris. They're looking for the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Texas! And here they come almost all the way back. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. The offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the jet sweep. All kinds of running room. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The hand to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Game could be decided right here. Crowd behind this defense on 4th down. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Unleashes one deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
He's got an open man, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.